Sup Shredders, my name is Logan aka Spiderhands and welcome to an SP Patrons video today that I'm making for arsi as part of the custom monthly music review. And if we switch over to here, we're going to be reviewing this track from an act named Guo Ding titled The Fog Place. I'm having some issues with OBS at the moment, so if there's anything weird that goes on with the quality of the recording, well, I mean, if this goes up, it's going to be good, but just in case there's any little glitching or artifacts, it's just weird, like the mic was at full volume all the time before, so I don't really know what's happening, but we're going to listen through this track from start till finish. I'm going to hear what we think. We also have lyrics kindly provided by arsi, and we also have lyrics in here, so yeah, let's go. I like the combination of keys, drums, and vocals here. It's kind of sweet. Great transition there. Good use of dynamic range. And really charming with how the lead guitars mesh with the vocal melodies. Really good stuff. Really smart to have a little instrumental section that plays off, like as a lead, plays off some of the vocal melodies there as a break between bits of the story. Just kind of helps to freshen the palette, get you rinsed and ready for the next one. And here we are. Fantastic tone to the bass guitar as well, really nice and bright within reason. Well, that could be a guitar, to be fair. And it's both. Fantastic finesse with the fills. I mean, that's just fantastic. The amount of expression, the intensity there, it's relatively powerful and kind of calming, but at the same time, you can tell they're definitely going through something. And the organ there for a bit of spirituality. Iteration of that hook line there, or slight variations, I suppose. And the chimey leads with the toms. Good mix. It's nice for it not to resolve at the end. Even though I don't understand language, it kind of makes me think that we're not going to get the consolation or the resolution that we're looking for here in the Fog Place. So it'd be good to read through the lyrics and figure out what's going on. So yeah, in terms of the lyrics, I used to be a restless river, stray from the forest into your heart, go straight and never stay, no turning back and never. Oh, so I get it. So we initially were like fleeting. We didn't fully want to commit to this person, but now we're kind of looking at them in a different way and we're figuring out how special they are and how much we actually want to be around them. You know, oh, I'm from the swamp. How should I touch blooming flowers? So maybe we were staying away because we didn't think we were good enough for that person, and now we're trying to figure out how we can connect. Yeah, okay. Probing through your eyes, block distractions to embrace. That is me, the only tenderness in the same place. Reason I love you, trapped in the Fog Place. Why didn't I mark your heart address? I love these lyrics. I kind of adore it. I mean, this is a love song. I think it's a story of loss, to be fair, at the same time. They feel like they have lost this person. They don't know how to approach them to try and reclaim them or to reclaim a connection or rekindle it, I suppose, you know. You don't own people. Yeah, no, it's cool. It's a really, I can't be your leave anymore. I can't help myself missing you. Don't say goodbye. Please help me to freeze the time. That is fine. Don't comfort. Block distractions. How incredible. Let me fall in the Fog Place. Tragically. Alright, I think we get it. I think I get what's going on. And welcome to the conclusion of my review of this track from an act named Guo Ding, titled The Fog Place. Now, what do I think this track is about? I think this track is about someone who is, as I think I mentioned in the lyrics section, there's someone who is trying to rekindle a romance or a connection or approach someone that they previously kind of like maybe sort of messed around with or flirted with or something, but they never really took it too seriously. And now they're realizing the intense sort of maturity, development of their feelings towards that person. And they're realizing, hey, maybe I should actually try to have a future with this person. How can I touch the blooming flower, etc.? Not literally, but you know what I mean. Like, there's ideas of not feeling worthy for a person, this sense of confusion, this, you know, struggling to consolidate our expectations and beliefs with reality, etc. You know, it can be really tricky. Human beings and relationships, as all of you know, presumably, because we're all human, can understand how difficult and stuff it is. So I think that to be able to approach a track like this with probably far more nuance than I'm describing within this very short summary and potentially incorrect summary, you know, there's more nuance to it, but I think that it's nonetheless very well told. The story is captivating, like heart address and stuff like that. I just love that terminology. I think it's very sweet and authentic and quite organic and original. And I think that the vocals from Guo Ding are just sensational as well. We have an interesting accent to the way that we're singing. I can't quite place it. I think I've been told what accent that is before. You know, it's really wonderful how we express ourselves, how down to earth we are, the compassion, fully working our way into the bluesy intonations there. It's just stunning. You know, it's a really stunning track. Great control of the hidden chest voice, really sort of solid vocal technique there as well. And ultimately just a really satisfying listen. It was very soulful. There might have been some harmonies in there, but it was usually just melodies, and I think that's the strength of Guo Ding's, is to just basically have the audience in the palm of their hand, and I can understand why people enjoy this kind of music and why it has got almost 10 million plays on Spotify. It's genuinely solid material. The vocals matched the tone of the lyrics, I think, and it was a great sense of synergy within those elements. The track itself at 4 minutes 10 is fantastic. I had a really good time listening to it. There was a wide variety of different ideas and concepts working between the guitars, bass, drums, keys, maybe some extra synth ideas and stuff as well. Ultimately, a really well fleshed out composition with wonderful instrumental layering, really solid transitions between the verses and the chorus sections with some really fascinating instrumental lead parts there, with a really captivating clear motif with the lead guitars that niched well with the bass and drums. I think that having the keys there as a more sort of robust mid-range layer for a bit of nostalgia and romanticism, and there was a smart idea with the way it elaborated upon the existing chord progressions. The guitar lines we had there, whether they were strummed or there was the lead parts, were amicable and reflected a great sense of understanding of what it's like to feel these emotions that we express in the first place. It was really fluid playing as well, and it was never too over the top or too much. The bass lines that we had within this track were wonderful, really great clarity to the playing as well, and I really appreciate the fact that we didn't overstep and we pocketed it. You know, we kept a great sense of rhythm with the drum kit, and the drums, by the way, were sensational. We flowed through really eloquently and elegantly with lots of different sort of tom ideas going between the sides of the stereo field there, going back onto cymbal grooves in a way that's very fulfilling and made a lot of sense with the rest of the arrangement. So, you know, like any other sort of sub layers we had within the arrangement, any sort of sub layers we had there, additional to those were little bits of extra kind of like zazz or spice that were there to sort of like either enhance the mid to high ranges or add a bit of sort of magic to it. I'm thinking there might have been some sort of like synth leads to like help out the vocals in the chorus part. It was nice to have that unison between notes, that sense of chemistry between the various elements. I'm unsure of who plays in the band alongside Guo Ding, whether, you know, this is a solo project where he plays all the instruments or whether he has people to help him out. But either way, it's sensational songwriting with a fundamental understanding of music theory and composition. And ultimately, it's a very satisfying piece to listen to, even though your heart still kind of goes out to Guy for the feelings that they're having to deal with. This piece has a theme which speaks of sadness, and the reverb and delay as we have on some of the elements speak to the mistiness of the fog place, but at the same time, you get a sense of Guy from the way we have very sort of like easy to understand, straightforward major and minor triads there, with a gentle yet solid sort of pace forward. It's like there's a shimmer of hope, a glimmer of understanding that even if things aren't ideal right now, it's way better to be confused than to be completely ignorant, if that makes any sense at all. The confusion comes from trying to understand our situation and position better, to understand our feelings for that other person in a way which will help us to improve our own lives, maybe, or at least to reach out and have a second shot. I mean, finally, the studio recording, mixing and mastering, with there not being a note out of place in the performance, was wonderful. It was commercial grade. I think the vocals had a great presence in the mix alongside, you know, the guitars, bass, drums, keys, etc. I don't think we needed anything else in the arrangement. I think it would have been too busy if we'd had that, because some of these instruments perform multiple functions. There were different parts of the stereo field, which was well fleshed out. That said, everything was niched well within the frequency spectrum, so there were no weird resonant frequencies there. The drum, you know, like nothing was overpowering, but at the same time there was dynamic range. Things were not the same loudness all the time. There was a sense of liveliness to the piece. It wasn't over-engineered, wasn't over-compressed, but it was still nice and loud without pumping, so the bus compression and limiting was handled well. I mean, this is my quite positive review of a track by an actor named Guo Ding titled The Fog Place. I think that Guo Ding is doing something special here, and if any of you would like to send through some more stuff from him, that'd be great. Let me know in the comments, but, you know, please do check out Guo Ding's various social medias and Spotify page if you want to hear more, and stay cool and stay safe. Please remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as they help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world, and I'll catch you in the next SP Patrons video. Spiderhands out.